Hello, everybody. Happy rainy Monday if you're in the New York City tri-state area. I am Shelly B, a conservative Black sister surviving in a hot mess world. In a hot mess world, it is indeed. Not too long ago, I had did a live about like women regretting feminism, women regretting, not having children, all those sorts of things. And then today I came across this video of this woman that was, forced to pay child support. So, I just went down a rabbit hole of that, and I just was like, wow, the days are over of men, you know, just being hit with child supporting, having to pay. The judges are being a lot more fair to the men, which deservingly, I really believe that a lot of men are getting shafted with child support. And, I believe that the women should pay their part in, taking care of their kids, I don't know. It's a very dark rabbit hole down there, but I feel like most of the women, all of the women that I saw really deserve to pay, I feel that, a lot of men are out here paying for babies that are not theirs. They say like I'm not gonna say a large percentage, but a percentage of men paying child support. Maybe it was even like 30% or something like that. It was an amount that I was very surprised are paying child support for kids that are not there. So this system really does need to be looked at and really does need to be you know, really scrutinized to see, what is fair here. And I had found some videos of women that were forced to pay child support, and it was a little funny to me. And I'm a woman, and I'm a single mother, and I know what it takes to take care of a child. And I just feel that, if you're not taking care of your kids, you should pay. If the father has the kids, or you only have your kids a few days out of the week and stuff like that, and or you work, like that should be taken into consideration. The woman's income. I'm sorry, I'm a mother of a son. I want to see all men treated fairly. I mean, this is ridiculous. But before we get into this, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Trying to boost the viewers here on YouTube. I have a lot of people on my Instagram, but I would really like to see this YouTube channel too, because I feel like the information that I have to give is important. And I do try to, share things with you guys that I know that you a lot of times may not hear about it, because the mainstream media just doesn't, say things like this. I think a lot of these women are shocked when they get in court and realize that, they're not getting any money, or they may even have to pay. Let me just check my mic for 1 second because, okay, yeah, it's on. Okay, yeah, because I'll be having technical difficulties on here sometimes, I mean, I've been doing this on and off for like a year, but I'll be out to lunch a little bit sometimes on the streaming thing, but I'm getting better. I really am getting much better. And so please share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna get started here and start showing you this foolishness, because it really is foolishness. Every time I come on here, this looks different. Like they always rearrange things. I don't like change. Leave it the same. Okay, which one is this? Now this girl, child, please. And the sad thing about it is that, some of these women, and they brown like us, you know what I'm saying? And it's just super embarrassing. Some of these women, oh my God. What do they call them? Modern women. I don't know what you call these girls, because it's a hot mess for real. Okay, let's see what they're gonna say about this.
I'm tired of being a part of a system that is just oppressing me at every angle. I found out last week that my baby dad owns upwards of $800,000 in assets.
Nice.
His parents, who are very wealthy people, his dad's a retired doctor who had a private practice.
Nice.
Created a trust for him and his sister, and gave them a bunch of properties, both commercial and residential, gave them land
What's very fascinating is she knows all about this guy's money and everything he got. And you could tell where this is going, that she thinks that somehow she's entitled to all of these things.
And a trust fund itself with money in it that collects interest and dividends that he can take money out of if he needs it. Okay. And this man is on government assistance. This man gets food stamps every month. This man is a strong, built, over 6 foot tall white man who has the capability to work, but chooses to only mow grass during the summers. This fucking man is coming after me to pay him child support. And the system is going to help him do that.
Well, you could thank feminism for that, ladies. Okay. Wanting to be men and do man shit. Now you can really be a man and do man shit because men don't want to do it no more. And now you have to pay. And, now you know what it feels like to be a man for real.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that a system is set up where a man is taking advantage of free government assistance, and it's a possibility that him being on that government assistance is helping him to get the child support? And then he has a trust set up, meaning that he had assets and he has resources, but he chooses to live his soft guy era, right? And then on top of that, he's 6 feet, he chilling, he takes the winters off, he just grinds in the summer, he's in the gym all day making sure that he get himself together, and the system is set up against you when you crying? No way. Now, let me be very clear, and I always like to give credit to the content creator, so that link will be down in the description regardless of whether I agree or not. But let me just be clear. I am in no way, shape, or form a fan of anybody, man, woman, or whatever, that is a capable adult that is taking care of business and has the ability to be able to go out and get a job, earn for themselves, be on government assistance, because that is our dollars, that is taxpayer dollars, and it should not be taken advantage of. But that's not the point of the video, right? That goes without saying. The point of the video is that he is taking her to the cleaners and forcing her to pay child support.
But I'm like, something is missing in this story, because how is he able to take her for child support? Who has this child? That's what I'm not getting out of this story.
And apparently he has custody of the child, because how can you get child support if you don't have custody of the child? So apparently the judge and the court system deemed him the most fit parent for whatever reason, because I'm sure there's some details left out, and we're going to go ahead and get to the rest of the video. And you feeling bad about it. So wait a minute. Because y'all seen me this video when I did check.
I feel like a lot of women feel like because they have a baby with a man, the man's supposed to support them too. Even though you might not take care of the kids, even though you might not be the best mother, even though your mother might be watching the kids all the time, or the grandparents or whatever, they just think that they're entitled to this support just for having a kid. And I just feel like that is really not fair, especially if the man is really doing a lot for the child. That's what I'm saying. She leaving all that part of the story out.
The comments, and so I felt like it was a good video to react to after I watched the first 10 seconds. In the comments, they all talking about, oh, I can't believe that he doing that to you and all of this. So, but when it happens to men in this equal society that you guys advocated equal for, but when it happens to men,
that's right. Women wanted to be equal to men. Now that you're equal to men, you don't like it. Maybe you should have kept your mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you might like being an at-home mother, but forget it now. There's no turning back. These men are never going to go back to the old way. This is just what it is now.
And is man up. Never forgive him. I don't care how much he owe in arrears. Make sure that you go and get that money, queen. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't believe that he irresponsible or whatever, so on and so forth. So when
I know somebody that whenever her child's father was late with his support and stuff like that, or any type of issue, or just deciding that she just want to be evil to him, she'll get his license revoked and stuff like that, and then he can't do his business. And it was just really shady how women weaponize this system on the men. It's terrible. And now it's being used against them, you know.
When it's a guy, then the system is oppressive. But when it's you, it's not man up, take care of business, get a better job, and all of that stuff. So we're going to throw all of that out the window because this king is living his best life. And we're not even going to mention the fact that you went with a snow hair. I can't even reference Umar Johnson on this one.
Yo, he probably, yo, that has to be said though. You know what I'm saying? This white guy, you know, he played her. You know, women do it to men all the time, you know, and, you know, they be on social services and stuff like that. And then the guys have to pay back the government and all this and that. So, you know, you girls better watch out here. It's a different era, you know. This is crazy. I wonder if they're going to start locking up women for not paying child support.
Because Umar got his own problems that he's dealing with right now. On top of it, you decided to rock out with a snow hair. So you divested from the community. You went and got you a man that was six feet tall.
I'm sorry. That's funny. It took me a minute to catch that. He said a snow hair, which I guess is what they call the white guys, and the white women are snow bunnies, you know. It's very, you know, bigoted, but, you know, hey, that's what some people say, just in case y'all didn't understand the reference.
Built, he had resources, but you wasn't counting on him being the best parent. You wasn't counting on the system not working in your favor, and you wasn't counting on having to pay child support. Pay your child support, queen. Pay your child support.
He said, pay your child support, queen.
Whatever is good for one side for the last 50 plus years should be good for the other side now that y'all have the ability to earn, work, go to school, get your degree, do whatever you got to do. And I don't care what you got to do. And if you don't pay your child support, I think that you should be thrown in jail.
They do it to y'all
don't like that because y'all saying that I'm being a little bit too harsh. I can already tell. I can hear the comments. Then maybe we should update and change the system, not only when it affects you, but before it starts to affect you. You wasn't counting on having a child and him being the best parent. You wasn't counting on him being on government assistance. And
listen, let the best parent win. You understand what I mean? I had to fight my son's father in court for my son because he was trying to take me to court because he said he would get my son, so I have to pay him child support because he knew I made the most money. So he decided he'll take me to court to see, you know, if he could get child support. But thank God the judges saw right through it and saw that I was the better parent. And that's what it's going to boil down to, ladies. Let the best parent win. And a lot of these women are not the best parent, and the times have changed. People don't no longer agree that the mother should just get the child, and it goes without saying, you know, you guys have to step up your game or you're going to lose your damn children and have to pay. Y'all better get it together. It's a new day out here.
Let me just say something. In most instances, a trust is protected. A trust is protected. That is not you. That is a trust. That is its own entity. And as he draws from it, and he'll probably hand that down to his kid.
And see, his parents were smart. And I have all this for my son. You should definitely have life insurance and policies and trusts and wills and everything for your children. This guy's parents did good for him. You know, I feel like she felt like, you know, he had, you know, these coins and that she was entitled to them somehow because she has a child with him. But it's not like that. The court does not see it like that.
As he draws from it, that is his money. That is not your money, queen. Do not think that you are entitled to it. And I didn't hear anything about my ex-husband. I heard my baby daddy. So that means that you opened up your legs to a man that you shouldn't have been opening up your legs to in the first place. And you should have been married. Maybe she'll come through later and tell us that she was married.
Listen, he's telling the damn truth. And women don't want to hear this crap. We all can say, if we're going to be honest to these young women out here, you know, I had my child when I was 40, you know. Now, I have to be honest, you know what I'm saying? I, you know, didn't have the best relationship with my son's father, but I wouldn't change a thing because I wouldn't have the son I have. But I was a grown-ass woman. When I had that situation happen to me, I knew that I could do it. I knew I could handle it. I knew that I wanted to take care of this child. I knew what I had to do from the door. You know what I'm saying? And I never took my child's father for child support. That's my child. I got to take care of my child regardless. You know what I'm saying? I just never took him because I knew it would really be a waste of my time, you know, and to go to court and miss a day of work. What would be the point? You know, it just didn't see. It was just something that I just never did it. I just didn't. And I still won't do it. And it's a waste of my time.
Oh, no, but let's hear the rest of the story, queen.
I just got off the phone with my lawyer.
More
who
money.
basically said that child support doesn't care about his assets.
Listen, and she got a lawyer to tell her that, so she's getting played twice.
Child support doesn't care about his assets, then what the fuck is this all about? You're going to come after me to pay somebody who has only upwards of 800K of money, not in that's tied into like the houses, and I get that, but he also has a trust fund with over $300,000.
Ain't nobody touch that trust fund.
And you're
that's his parents' trust. They make sure that he's good. He's living in soft guy era. Don't trip, baby.
Me that I gotta pay him money when
she thought she hit the jackpot with this white boy. She thought that she was going to have his baby and she was going to be entitled to these coins that he had, and she just got ganked. She got gagged and she's gagging, and she got paid. He socked it to her ass. It's very unfortunate, but you all better learn the laws and know that it's a new day out here, and it's not like you think it's going to be. You better know what you're getting. She should have got the lawyer before she had a baby.
Just me and my one income, my one full-time little ass job that's barely sustaining my life. But I have to play him because he knows how to manipulate the system better than me. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? The craziest thing is all he has to do for me to not have to pay child support is drop the assistance. Just drop it. Just drop the assistance. I already paid for our kids' health insurance, so that's no skin off of his teeth. He don't take them to the doctor anyway. He's never taken them to.
But she's leaving out the fact that he must have these kids, because the only way you're going to be forced to pay child support is if somebody else is taking care of your kids. If the kids were at her home and she was taking care of them all the time, they would not make an order against her to pay him. So she's leaving out the most important part of the damn story.
The doctor not once.
He deserved it.
And
yeah, he does. If he's taking care of the kids.
Because he likes getting food stamps. He likes collecting the food stamps.
I got news for you, Queen. It's not about the food stamps. It's about sticking it to the man and sticking it to you. That's what it's.
And I don't even know if I believe what she's even saying about this man, because the fact that she's not saying that she doesn't have the kids is just letting me see that she's a big old liar, and she's just trying to gaslight everybody, because she can't have her kids if he got a child support order. Because if she had the kids, he would have to pay her some money. You know what I'm saying? It would be no way that he would not be paying something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't trust what she's saying.
He said, I'm not going to do that if it means that I'm going to have to lose my food stamps. And no, he has money. He has 2 cars. He has a shoe collection of Jordans that's probably well over 10 grand.
Yeah, he a YN. He a YN.
She looks like she's stunned.
I don't know what I'm
Get it, King.
I feel like
that's terrible though.
Like I'm fighting army. Like it's just me. It's just me. And it's not just him coming after me. Like he got his mom texting me. Like everybody is coming after me. Like I'm the bad. Like I should just give in and pay him child support.
You should.
But why is between the lines? Why is his mother coming after her if she has the kids and she's doing what she's supposed to do for the kids? What would the mother be calling her for? You see what I'm saying? This is why I don't trust what she's saying.
How about he grow the fuck up and get a fucking job?
No, we're not going to have meltdowns. Pay what you owe or go into arrears. If you can't catch up on arrears, then it's going to follow you for the rest of your life, and you cannot get that discharged in bankruptcy. More importantly,
please, I know people, rappers and stuff like that. I know a couple that they take away your passport, your driver's license and all that when you owe money and they weren't able to travel. I know some production companies paid some rappers and stuff child support so they could travel abroad and stuff. It's not something you want to play with. You do not want to get arrears. You got to pay. You got to pay or get custody of your kids. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like he's the better parent because, he might have stuck it to you, but he's taking care of the child. Like you got to make sure all this stuff before you have a child. And if you're going to have a child with somebody that could be suspect and taking care of it, just don't have no kids unless you know that you're financially sound to take care of a child, because it's a huge commitment, you know. But when I had my son, I was 40 and I knew I could handle it. I was secure in my career and everything. And, you know, I was able to afford it. I was just very fortunate and blessed that I was able to afford the help I needed. And I had nannies and all kinds of stuff to help me, you know, because it's not easy. It really is not easy. And, you know, you shouldn't even have kids if you can't pay. I mean, forget about, you know, what this guy can do. What if, I always say, what if he dies? I've seen situations where guys get paralyzed and they can't work anymore. I've seen that with a few of my friends, stuff like that happen where the man gets sick or injured. I have 2 friends whose men couldn't walk anymore and they had to care for them. Anything can happen. You understand? So you have to be in a position where you can take care of you and your child. You know what I'm saying? You can't just count on this man, period. You just can't.
If you do not pay your child support, I think that he should put a warrant out for your arrest, or he should petition the court to put a warrant out for your arrest.
Listen, that's what women do. I've seen women do it a lot of times. I had somebody close to me that used to do that. She used to get him locked up all the time. If he was late or just because she was upsetting him, he was in arrears or whatever, she'd get him locked up. And a lot of men go to jail for child support, and that's messed up. That's a messed up thing to go to jail for, because he's in jail now. He really can't do anything. And a lot of times women just do that out of spite. You know what I'm saying? It's a messed up thing, but I feel like it's going to change now. Women going to act a little bit better, and they're going to think a little bit harder before they have these kids.
For being an irresponsible adult, and I think that he should garnish your wages. Listen. This
is coming from a man, y'all. This is the man telling y'all how they feel about it. And I'm telling you, they're going to sock it to y'all women out here. They're going to do it right back to you, because a lot of them have been through this, and they're going to sock it right to your ass. So y'all better get it together, because this is no joke.
We're no longer going to just let you guys get away with murder. If you are responsible for child support, because the court said that you should be responsible for child support, I believe in the court system as it relates to this particular case. You're not going to get any sympathy from me, and all of you guys that could be possibly simping in the comments. We know that
I don't really have no sympathy either, because I was a single mother. I took care of my child by myself, you know, and I know what it takes to take care of a child. And if you are not taking care of your child and you're only making a little bit of money, you need to, you know, elevate your frequency or do whatever you got to do to take care of your child. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he probably feeling like she's a bum. I'll just take care of my child myself. And I feel like I don't trust what she's saying. I just don't really believe this girl, what she's saying. She's leaving out a lot of the story.
know that you don't really believe that. You're just trying to get some box. Pay your child support, queen. Make sure y'all tap into Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, Teach Hanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I'd love to speak to this guy. Of all the people that I can interview, I would love to speak to this guy more extensively,
because I
about
know
him making sure that he's on top of things. I love y'all.
I know that there's more to that story. I like that guy's page. The link is in the description, because he talks about a lot of relationship things and financial things, all kinds of things. But I just like to hear men's perspective, because listening to women, they're going to have you messed up. I don't need a man. I'm a boss bitch. I make my own money. All this and all that. And look what it got y'all. Look what it got you, paying child support. Okay, listen. That man just told you what they're going to do to y'all if you don't pay your child support. And if you're not good mothers, they're going to come for their kids and you're going to be paying child support. You better get it together, girls. You better get it together. You better get it together. Now, this judge, I'm telling you, it's going to be hell to pay for y'all out here if you're not good mothers. And I feel like it's going to make a lot of women become better mothers, because your ass is going to be paying child support. Now, look at this. Now, this judge right here, child, it's a wrap for y'all. This judge right here, her name is, what's her name? This is called Court with Vonda B. She's a very young Black judge, but I honestly think that she's very fair, but she be socking it to these women that come in there with that bullshit.
Well, I'm bringing my husband, hopefully ex-husband soon, for child support. He roughly pays about $1,000 a month. And I feel he should be paying more, because he makes more. He makes more than I do.
Okay, but he's not under a court order, right?
No. Y'all, can you listen to this and listen good? I'm not going to play this whole video because it's a little long. I'm going to skip part of it, but you should go and watch this, because I'm telling you, y'all better leave these men alone with this child support because it's changing. Okay, just listen.
No, ma'am. He just gives.
So
me-
he voluntarily gives you $1,000 a month for child support.
Yes, and exactly voluntarily gives me money every
But
now
that's
and
a
then.
good thing, right?
This woman is so freaking stupid, and I was so happy this judge did what she did to her because this woman is so stupid.
Every now and then he gives me money. And most time I'm begging for him to give me money.
Still get it.
So
No.
what's going on? Like, fill me in. How did we get here today?
We're here today because I know he's a truck driver. He's over the road all the time. But like I
Okay.
said, I need more money for my children. They're in activities, private school. I just need more money. And I'm not jealous of him or anything like that. That's what he said before, but I'm not.
You said they're in activities and they go to private school, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't it fair to assume that the $1,000 is covering that?
No, it's not. You
So
can
who
laugh.
needs the money, the kids or you?
See, this is what the problem is. A lot of these women, and I hear all the time, they look at the man's income and think that they're supposed to give them money to care for them. You understand? But the money is supposed to be for the child support, not girlfriend, baby mama support. Is child support. So, the woman is supposed to, I think of it as like, she would have to still have a roof over her head. She would still have cable, lights, and stuff, whether she had a child or not. Now, let's get to what the child needs. You understand what I mean? So, to me, those things that I would say that I pay outside of what I would pay for myself would be like childcare, clothes for the child, entertainment for the child, school activities, things like that, food, and then that averages in. I don't feel like your rent and your lights and all of that, you would have to have that regardless. Maybe if you had to get a bigger space because you have the child, I don't know, but I just feel like I would live the same way I live whether I have a child or not. Then I factor in how much the child is costing me. And I find that the biggest thing that you have to pay for your kids is school and the child care when they're little. That costs me a lot of money, and having the people help with that and stuff like that. The insurance can be very expensive too. You understand? So those are the things we're looking at, not looking at her supporting herself. Listen to the shit she's gonna be saying.
Well, of course, I have to look good too, but I don't spend
Listen
that
to
money
her.
on myself. I
Listen
spend it
to
on
She
my
spend all of it
No,
on
I
herself,
do
Your
not.
Honor.
No, I do not. No, I do not. You don't have proof of that.
Your Honor, I
You don't
currently,
have proof of
I
that.
currently-
Give me-
You do
give
not
me-
have proof of that.
Excuse me. Okay. As best you can, try not to interject until I'm done speaking with her. And I promise I will come over to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, because I was talking.
I was talking to him. I did not need you to echo me.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Now you answer my questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Wouldn't it be fair to say that with the tuition as well as the children's expenses, that $1,000 is covering that?
It's not.
How much is the tuition?
Tuition is, we have 2 children,
Okay.
and tuition is it's about $500 a piece. That's $1,000 right there. And I still need more money because I need clothes. I need to feed them.
Does he give you any money in regards to extra, like for the extracurricular activities or anything like
I'm
that?
trying to get extra. He won't give me that. No, he does not give me extra.
What is the visitation schedule between the two of you?
He has the kids Sunday through Wednesday.
That's split.
Boom. Now, this is what I'm saying. These women are so dumb. He's giving you $1,000, right? And y'all have split custody. Okay. So you have the kids half the time. He has the kids half of the time. So now, to me, the expenses for the child should be evenly split down the middle of the cost of everything, what it all costs and comes to. I feel like when it comes to child support, it should really just boil down to what is the cost of supporting the child, not supporting the mother. She would have to have a place regardless if she had a child or not. You understand? So, like I had one girl was on there saying that she was mad because the guy wanted to pay her light bill, and he have every right to not want to pay the light bill. He said, "Shit, I'll just take my kids." You know what I mean? If you can't get it together and take care of the kids, I feel that they should go with the fathers. The fathers shouldn't have to pay to a woman that is not responsible. It's just stupid to me I don't know, but I feel like it's changing, and a lot of these women, they're gonna be in for a rude awakening, like this lady.
He's still.
So let me just make sure I got this straight. He's voluntarily giving you $1,000 a month for child support,
Yes.
correct?
That's correct.
He has the children, you said Sunday through Wednesday,
Yes,
which means you have them Wednesday through Sunday.
that's correct.
Who pays health insurance?
I do, Your Honor.
How much is
I
health
was talking,
insurance?
It's roughly $309 a month. And she asked me a question.
but she's
All right.
still talking to me though.
Okay, I did ask him a question.
Okay.
And she seems
So,
annoying as hell.
Everything that I just repeated back to you is accurate, right?
He has money. He's spending on other
That wasn't
women.
my question.
Everything. Now, this is where you always got to read between the lines. Now, she's saying he has money, he's spending it on other women. It don't matter what he spent his money on. You understand? She all in his pocket in his private life. You understand? And she's, mad probably because he have other women now. He's seeing somebody else now, and she mad. Trying to, just have cause strife in his life and just get her imprint into his life and just cause a disruption and shit.
That I just repeated back to you is accurate, right?
Pretty much.
So I'm confused as to why you're here. Are you trying to put him on
I want to put him on.
You want to put him on child support
Yes,
for
ma'am.
the $1,000, or are you trying to put him on child support for something more?
Something more, yes.
Okay, let me move over before I move over to him, what do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
All right, how much money you make?
I make about $60,000.
All right, do you have access to private health insurance for the children?
Yes, I do, but I'm a teacher. I don't have that extra. That's why the father should help out with that.
He does. He pays health insurance.
Yes.
He just said he pays $309.
Yes.
So you can't say he needs to help out with that because he's already doing it.
You're right, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Now,
And this is the trick because they make very close in salary and they're splitting the child time in half. So why don't they just split everything in half?
sir, what do you do for a living?
I'm a truck driver.
Truck driver. How much money do you make?
I make roughly maybe 82 a year.
All right.
Okay.
Now, help me make sense of this. You give her $1,000 a month for the children. You pay health insurance. You all have a split schedule.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm missing something. Like what is the issue? Why are we here? Because I would think that you bring someone to child support court if they're not doing something. I do understand making it legal, putting it in a document, but you're asking for more money. So I'm trying to get the disconnect here.
So what it
he
is,
has
Your
other
Honor,
women he's spending money on.
she never lets me talk. So
Okay, I'm gonna let you
Listen
talk.
to this.
Exactly.
Okay.
what it is, Your Honor, she's she didn't mention this, but she's engaged.
Wow.
And she just found out that I'm recently dating. So
And to me, that factors into everything too, because now you have two incomes in that house. You understand? Like, I feel like the child should only matter of what the child does need. It's not like, he has to pay for her, all her living expenses and everything like that. She has a job and she got a man living there with her too. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just what I think, and I'm just being logical as a woman with a child, what I think is fair. And I'm a mother of a son. So that's factoring in. I would never want nobody to take advantage of my son in such a way like they do to men with child support.
now she's mad at me.
Oh, I'm mad.
There
I'm
goes
mad.
the
Very mad.
I'm not
conflict.
mad. I'm not mad.
There goes the conflict.
I'm
Now
not
I
mad.
asked what was the disconnect here. It was something missing.
Yes, she is mad because her boyfriend is broke and this guy is doing his thing. He got a new woman now and she's mad because, they probably living their best life or whatever. And she's just hating. And that's the irritating shit that women do to men, But now the courts are going to make it where women are going to have to pay and men can drag these women to court and get money from them now, thanks to feminism, y'all want to be men and do man shit, pay child support. That's man shit, or it used to be.
So you brought him to court because he has a new girlfriend
No, ma'am. I'm not
That's
mad.
exactly
about
why, Your Honor.
and you're engaged.
Yes, ma'am.
He's still gonna want to marry you after he see what you're doing to this man.
How about that?
He's on my side about this.
Of course he is.
So he agreed.
Yeah, I guess he is on your side because you're getting your man, your child's father, to give you more money to pay bills into that household that you live in with a broke fiance. Make it make sense.
That he should be paying more than
Yes.
$1,000 a month
Yes,
in
like I
child
said,
support.
he has other women that he's pretty much
What does
tricking
his
money
other
on.
women have to do with
Because
anything?
he's spending a lot
Quite
of money.
frankly, you shouldn't care. You have a whole nother
But
man.
you see, she keeps talking about his other women. So now you're at the root of why they're even there. Is because she's hating that he's having a good life with somebody else, and she got to insert herself in there to, cause a conflict.
That you should be worried about. And you over
understand
here
that.
all in his business.
Yep.
I'm not trying to be.
And
in
he
his
doesn't
business.
even
You
work
are
for him.
trying to be in his business
And
because
what?
you have
What
mentioned
he just say? He don't work. So she trying to take him to court to get money to give her and her new fiance that don't work. I'm telling you. I hope the judge throw the book at this lady.
it twice that he has other women. His
Yes.
other women has nothing to do with this case.
It
So
really
you can
does,
pipe
Your Honor.
down
It really
and stop
does.
bringing that up. It has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Well, let
It
me
really
say it like
does.
this. It is not going to have an impact on my decision today.
Wow. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Now, so you have a new girlfriend and she's in her feelings about it. Okay?
She always try to come by to see if she's there. If she seals out, she always try to come make a hostile environment.
Yup.
Did your
Oh.
fiance come to court today?
Listen, that's what baby mamas do. I have a lot of male friends, and I just know I've been doing hair for 30 years plus, and I've heard the stories of the wild shit that baby mamas do. They be hating on a child's father when they move on and having a good life and doing their thing, and they just want to mash it up. They're jealous and they're hateful to the man's new relationship. I see it all the time. I've had women come sit in my chair and tell me the shady shit they do to their kid's father. I'm telling you, it's horrible.
Today?
No, he didn't.
Oh, well, I'm glad. Because if
'Cause
what
I'm-
he's saying is true, that's not a good look.
I am not jealous. I'm not hating. I'm not coming by the house or anything looking for him.
Okay.
So again, the disconnect
He
is
stop spending the money on the other women. And
See?
I need you
See,
to
she keeps going back to the other women he spent his money. She don't know what he spent his money on. He don't know that woman might spend money on him. She don't know what they're doing, but she's mad because she thinks that he's, spending money on another woman or whatever. And I don't see why she cares what he does because she has a fiance that lives with her, but he's broke.
stop interrupting me
yes, ma'am.
because you have not done anything to prove to me yet that this man needs to pay you even the $1,000.
Yup. Listen, she's a dumb ass witch because you're getting this money. You got a dude living with you. The guy is taking care of his kid. He does what he got to do. He gets the kid half of the time. You only have the kid a couple days a week, and you want to take him to court for more child support just to disrupt his life and kill his joy and everything like that. That's shady. This is what they do. Come on, girls. Y'all know y'all know it's true. This is what some bitter baby mamas be doing.
Okay.
You said the children are in private school. It's $1,000 for private school.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the whole child support that I need more money to take care of them.
But you're a
You're taking care
teacher.
of yourself.
What?
You're not taking care of them.
You don't know that.
I do.
No,
Miss
you don't.
Henry. Miss
You know
Henry.
that. Yes,
You
ma'am.
obviously came here to waste my time.
No,
okay.
no, Your Honor.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you
No.
did.
No.
You are asking for more money, and he's giving just that. He's giving $1,000. He's covering the kids' tuition.
So what about clothing?
Y'all have a split schedule.
I
He
buy
needs
them.
to
I got
maintain
clothes at my
clothing.
house.
Excuse me, Mr.
Please,
Henry.
And it's a father saying, and I had a boyfriend that had a daughter, and I used to do this too because I felt like the mother would dress her crazy, and I would, I would let her take some things, but most of the things we left at my house. He's saying that he has his stuff for his half of the time, and she should have her stuff for her half of the time. It's not even like the children are with her all the time. He has to have space in his house and bills he paid for his house for when the kids come there. You mean to tell me she can't have what she needs at her house for the kids when they come there? Plus, he's paying for school and their insurance. I just don't see it. I don't get it. You know, I don't get it. She wants to do absolutely nothing.
The
Excuse me,
kids
give me a
back
minute.
home and they
Give me a
look
minute.
just
Here's the reality of it. You all have a split schedule. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your home. You need to be providing
Exactly.
clothing and everything for your home.
Exactly.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to order anybody to pay child support. What I'm going to do is that you testified to this. You said tuition was $1,000,
yes.
500 per child. So you know what? You're going to pay 500,
Wow.
and he's going to pay 500 directly to the school.
Now, dumbass, you took him to court and he was giving you $1,000. Now you got to pay your half of the money. You understand? This is the point. These women feel that they are entitled because they have a baby with somebody that they're supposed to just support them. I'm telling you, some places have it where it's just a flat fee that fathers have to pay up into a certain amount for kids. It's not based on their income. It's just, this is how much you're going to get. This is how much we feel that it should cost to take care of this child. It's fierce. It's changing. So you guys better get it together. Because you're going to be paying child support. The better parent is going to win, and you're going to be paying child support.
That's
That
you
is
make
right.
more money than I do, and you had
And you're going to keep maintaining the health insurance. Okay. Now,
Thank
if you decide to get private health insurance on your own through your employer, you're obviously, you can do that. The children can be double insured, but
True.
I'm not going to have him pay more than $1,000 or
Your
even continue paying
Honor.
$1,000 when, based on both of your testimony, you have a split schedule. That's what's in the best interest of the children. And that's what's fair.
fair.
That is fair.
That's
You know,
not
she
fair.
played her
Well,
slow.
it is fair today. Did you have anything else?
You got it. You got it.
It's always about me, right?
It is.
I asked
It
you a
is.
question. Did you have anything further for today?
No, I don't.
Okay, Mr.
Just
Henry,
when
did you
bring
have?
the kids back home, make sure they're dressed properly.
Child. Now, isn't that something? She tried to take it to court for child support and end up coming out paying. Now, see, greedy ass baby mamas, you understand? Now she has to pay her part. Because honestly, if they have a split, custody thing, then they should both just be splitting everything down the middle. And that's what the judge did. And she thought women really, and it really have been like that in the past. Women could come in there and demand almost anything, and these men had to pay it. I seen guys pay huge amounts of money and they can't even, maintain their own living and stuff like that. And it's like a huge struggle for them, and these women were just like really living off these guys and not even, pulling their weight for the child. It's crazy. I feel like both parents should work together to take care of the child. It's not just, oh, you have the child, so you don't have to do anything, and that the person that's not there has to pay for everything. It's changing. And you can thank the feminist movement for that, ladies. You understand? And it's never going to go back to the old way. It's a wrap. It's going to be like this forever. And you keep treating your child's father shitty, and he's going to take your ass for child support. Look at some more of these dumbass women. Look at these. Listen, look at these. This judge I like this judge. What you gonna do? Y'all wanted to do man shit. Y'all wanted to do man shit. And now you're doing it. Now you know how men feel. It is what it is. You signed up for it. Look at this.
You're the one that's going to pay him child support. Today.
What?
Yeah, you are.
He makes like 3 times as much money as I do. I have to give him my money.
It's for the child. So yes. But the good thing is
She gonna sock it to this girl right here.
it's based on your income. You'll get credit for the other child that your
8-month-old, you'll get credit for that child. But yes, you are going to pay him child support. That's just the right thing to do. It's one child between the two of you, okay? And health insurance, I'm assuming you pay it.
Yes.
I don't understand why these women feel like they should get child support when they don't take care of the kids. They don't, they're not taking care of the kids. They're with their mother somewhere, or, they're just not good mothers. It's crazy. I don't understand this.
How much is it?
$66 a month.
And how much do you make a year?
$38,000.
Your child support obligation comes out to $423.69 plus the $66 you're going to reimburse him for health insurance.
$489.69.
Did you need me to repeat it?
I'm asking you, $489. I have to give him almost $500 a month.
Yeah, that's how it works. Did you really think that I was going to have him pay you child support?
No, I just wanted
They
my
do.
baby.
Your first answer was no. So then you understand exactly why you have to pay child support. You're the one that's going to pay him child support.
What?
Today. Yeah, you are.
He makes
So this is what a lot of parents be doing, because my child's father tried to do this to me. Try to get custody of the kids so they don't have to pay child support, or so you have to pay child support to them. If you're a terrible mother, I'm telling you, they're going to take your kids and they're going to give them to the father, and you're going to be paying child support. Those days are over where women just get away scot-free with being shitty mothers and not taking care of their kids and stuff like that. They're more readily giving the fathers the kids, and the best parent wins. That's what I think it should always be. Whoever is the more responsible parent. If you're a bum on welfare and you can't take care of the kid, why do they give you a child? Let the father take the child if he wants to take the child. That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense at all. None. And I'm so glad that this is changing. I'm so glad that this is changing. Let me see which one I want to show you. Okay. Okay, here. No, not that one. This one. Look at these people. Hot ass mess. Hot ass mess.
I've been. How much money do you make?
About 60,000.
This
Girl
is
here don't want to take care of her kids. I've been had her kids forever. When you say forever, what's forever? The 4-year-old been with me since he was a baby, and
Now this is a damn disgrace, and we all know women like this. You have kids, and then you drop them off with your mother, your auntie, or whoever you can leave your kids with, and you're out living your best life, and you don't give them a dime for these kids. This lady came in there and was like, like, I need help. You left your kids with this person. They deserve the money. You can't pay this person that's so lovingly taking care of your kids. That's crazy.
now the 2-year-old, I got her
How
little
selfish these
tail
women
when she was
are.
5 months.
Your kids have pretty much been with your aunt their entire lives.
I travel for my work and I have to do hair, make appointments.
So you have the money to pay for these kids. You're just choosing not to. That's essentially what you just said, right?
No, so I pay for these kids. Like I bring them food.
She
I bring
brings
them
them
clothes.
McDonald's, a Happy Meal.
Every kid love a Happy Meal.
Only
Where's
one.
the
at that.
daddy?
Oh, I don't know. He in them streets.
And she probably doing something strange for a piece of change too.
I'm in them streets making coins to get that money.
Oh.
Play that hair.
Well, let me go ahead and lay some numbers for you. Who did this tax return you gave me? Somebody from the streets? They have your income at 65,000. So is that true?
It's around there.
We're going to use that number instead of
So
that.
you mean to tell me she's making $65,000 and she can't give any money to the lady that's taking care of her kids? She just dropped her kids off with her aunt and don't take care of none of her kids? That's a damn disgrace. That's disgraceful.
60,000 that you just gave me because you came in here to waste my time.
This is definitely a mother that if she don't pay, they should garnish her or lock her up, because that is a disgrace to just drop your kids off on somebody and don't want to give a dime.
Play these games and bring your child support obligation to $1,582.
Good.
How much money do you make?
About
She made her pay up. Pay up. That's horrible though. I could never treat my child like that. I don't know. Look at this woman right here now. She is a disgrace. These women are disgraceful, but before women like this, they could have an upper hand sometimes. This is horrible. It's a disgrace. Disgrace. But I'm glad to see them getting it.
How much?
This one
Happened.
fucked around and found out.
Let me try it again. What did I do? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Because you got to see this one. This one is a mess. I messed it up. Ah, shoot, I messed it up. Oh, all right, hold on. Let me see if I can get this back because I really want you to see this, girl, because this is a hot mess. Oh, hold on. One second, y'all. Because this girl blew me away. The way that some of these women just don't give a damn about their kids is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, where is it? Maybe I can't find it to show you. Oh, how unfortunate. What is this? Is this it? No. Sorry, y'all. I can't find it. So anyway, it was just a video of this woman that damn, I can't believe I lost that video. It was a video of this woman that you know, she decided she didn't want to take care of her kids, and she took them to be with the father, and she had to pay child support. And she felt that she wouldn't have to pay child support because she felt that the father was the responsible parent, and that, you know, she said, like she even said, I didn't have to worry because he was the responsible parent, and they hit her ass with child support, and she just was not expecting that. So the moral of the story is if you are a mother out here, the days are over where you could go to court and just demand money and, you know, barely take care of your kids and keep dragging the child's father back and forth to court for more money and raising the payment amounts and stuff like that. Because you saw what happened to that lady. She took him to court to raise the amount and she ended up having to pay. And a lot of women are having to pay because now they're like, okay, you know, split everything in half for the child. You know, it's like, you know, it's changing. And it has definitely turned into a situation of let the best parent win, which I think it should be like that. You know, I got custody of my son because I was the best parent, you know, and my son's father tried to fight me and, you know, he lost because I was the responsible parent. I could never understand why the courts would give a woman that's getting welfare, that don't work, that really is irresponsible. Why would you give her the kids? If the father wants the kids, it doesn't make any sense. Let the kids go stay with the responsible parent. But instead, what they were doing is letting the kids stay with the irresponsible parent and make the responsible parent pay to the irresponsible parent, which that never really made any sense to me. So I'm glad to see that's changing. And then hopefully this makes women be a little bit better parents and also make it easier for dads to get their kids, because a lot of these women don't need to have their damn kids. I mean, I know people that I used to look at them and think, how the hell do you keep your kids? I mean, I know people that have been on drugs and they get their kids back and all that. And I feel like a drug addict mother has more juice than a father, a single father. I don't get it. I don't get it, but it's changing. So y'all better get it together. Y'all better get it together, because let me tell you something. I feel like if you get a child support order and you don't pay, they should garnish your wages and lock you up just like they do to men. And they probably will start doing it. You know, so you guys can thank the feminist movement for that. And all these women out here that want to be men and do man shit. And now you're going to be doing man shit and you don't like it. Now you know how men feel for real. Now, do you still want to be a man? I could never understand why anybody would want to be a man. You can just observe a man and know their life is different and it's harder than what we have to do. I'm sorry. I wouldn't want to be a man and be the provider of a family and a protector and all these things. I wouldn't want all that. I'm happy in my place as a woman being provided for and being protected and supported and what y'all are retarded. I don't know why y'all trying to mess that up. But I feel like y'all have ruined that forever. You know, it's never going to go back to the way it was, because men done got comfortable and they don't even like doing shit for women no more because they don't get nothing out of it, and the women treat them so horribly and stuff like that. I have a son. I'll say that over and over. I have a son, and I always notice stuff like this. You know, I know women that are close to me that do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And the jealousy thing that lady, the whole reason why she took him to court because she was hating because he had somebody else and she was feeling that, you know, oh, he got a new woman now, he's spending money on her, so let me go in there and mess it all up. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just craziness. You know, we got to do better. You understand? Do better. And I feel like people should just be able to co-parent and just be down the middle and take care of their kids. You know, in my situation, I felt like my child's father would just argue at me anything I wanted for the child. He didn't want it. We arguing over this, over that. He don't want him to travel. He don't want him to. I had to get him off of my freaking back. I'll take care of the child. You ain't got to do me nothing. Just leave me alone, please. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was just, I just felt it was a waste of my time. That's my child. I got to take care of my child regardless. This is what y'all girls have to understand. Think about this before you have children. If something happens to this man, or if he's incapable of taking care of my child, what am I going to do? If you don't know, don't have no children with nobody. You understand? If you don't think that you are strong enough to stand on your own and take care of the child, don't have any, because it's a very good chance that there's not going to be any Prince Charming to come and save your ass. You're going to have to take care of these kids by yourself. And what are you going to do? You understand? If you have a child's father that is there helping you, don't run him into the ground to where he don't want to be bothered with your ass and shit. You understand? Don't keep taking him to court. Try to be reasonable and work out so that you can take care of the kid together. You know, because what good is he if you get him locked up for not paying support and all that? And to me, the worst thing she could have did was go to court for that order. You know, work that shit out on your own. Don't try to take that shit to the courts, because you're going to mess it up for both of y'all, you know, and it's going to cause lots of bad blood between you and all that stuff. It's not worth it. So I just had to come on here and put this out there because I just couldn't believe, you know, mothers like this, even though I know they exist, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that now they're getting taken for child support, and like that other man said, he hopes that they start garnishing women and locking them up like they do the men. You know, I wouldn't want to see anybody get locked up for that, but sometimes that's what it takes for people to do the right thing. You know, some people got to go through hardships to do the right thing because they stupid. I don't know what you call it. You know what I mean? Like that girl that was the hairdresser. She's a hairdresser. She makes plenty enough money to take care of her kids, but she said what she said. She out there in the streets. You know what I mean? So if you want to be a street person, you don't need to have no damn kids. Think about that before you do it, because she's going to be one of the ones that's going to get garnished and locked up. You know, she already is saying. So, you know, you guys, you know, do better, you know, and I hope this was helpful to anybody out there that is in this situation. Be the best parent that you can be. Take care of your damn kids. You know, when I had my son, it made me want to work harder and do more to give him the best life I could give. You know, I wasn't satisfied with, you know, what I had for just me. I ended up grinding harder. You know, I went back to work when my son was 6 weeks pregnant. I worked hard ever since to try to give him a comfortable life and give him all of the things that I felt he deserved. You know, don't have kids if you're going to give them some shitty life and, you know, have all this conflict with their father and all that. It's just bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. Okay, y'all, please do better. Get it together, because now the law is not on your side. Okay, so I'm going to go. I am Shelly B. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you. Every time I put this sign up, I have to tell people that this is not devil horns. This is devil horns. Okay, this, for all the people that don't know, that are ignorant out there, this means I love you in sign language. And I always put this up because I do love you. I appreciate you if you sat through this with me. I love you, all my people, you know, I love you. And this is a symbol that I wish that we could all just agree on and do it and love each other. I thank you for watching. I'm going to go now. My son was very patient, but he is the one that really encourages me to keep doing these lives. And Mom, did you do your live today? Blah, blah, blah. You got to be consistent. And a lot of people keep telling me that. So I'm doing my best, because everybody keeps telling me the more that I do it, the more following you get and stuff like that. You're more to catch the algorithm if you come on every day. I don't know about the everyday thing, but for me, I don't care about all of that. I feel like it's a lot of work to monetize a channel, but I just feel that my spirit just tells me, like today, I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I didn't even know if I would come on here at all, but I saw that video and my spirit was just on me hard to like present that and let people know that. And we really have to work hard to like save our families, because our community would be much stronger if we have much stronger family units. And I feel like that's a problem because there's so many broken families. I came from one. I surely didn't expect my son to come from one, you know, but I really worked hard to try to get him the role models that he deserves and, you know, give him the life that he deserves. So you guys work together with your partner and your child's father, you know, your child's mother, to not have to go into the courts, and just be mature about it and just do the right thing for your damn kids. It just is heartbreaking to see that. Okay, I am Shelly B. Thank you for watching me. I'm going to go now. You all have a wonderful evening. Thanks for watching and have a good evening. And God